Hi, my name is D'Artagnan and I did the storyboarding for our film.
I'm Chris and I am the costume designer for our project.
Hi, my name is Warren. I'm the lighting designer. My job was to create all of the lighting design for the whole film.
A quick synopsis of what our story is we have our main character Sky, who is placed in an area around the Philippines in an earlier time frame, and we wanted her to kind of go on this journey to figure out the lies behind the village and save her people from those lies.
Sky and the villagers both wore very similar costumes because she's, one of the people, and both of them had like brown pants with a real light blue shirt that they used, they work in, obviously would get dirty and all that kind of stuff, and then they just wore like, boots that they can work in. And then Sky, the only thing I really made different on her is I gave her like a jacket just because I wanted her to have something that kind of set her apart. And also she eventually finds the ring, so I went ahead and put the ring on her and everything.
And able to set Sky apart from the other villagers, we kind of had a life-changing event early on in her childhood. We started out with her father being taken away unknowingly, and until she's a little bit older, then she realizes what's really going on.
When the father's getting taken away, I kind of thought it would be good to like have him being dragged out of the door. Well, the room is all dark, but the light is shining in from the door and kind of silhouetting all of the figures in the scene to make it feel kind of dark and despaired almost.
As the story continues, we want her to kind of get on this journey at some point, and to do that, we had her go on her job, and as she's looking around, doing her normal routine, she comes across her, like kind of her father's hideout, like behind this waterfall, where she finds the powerful ring that lets her know the truth and everything that it holds.
For the waterfall scene, it kind of shows that it should be a misty kind of waterfall so that the light kind of diffuses and is kind of shaded at where she's at. And when she goes inside the waterfall, that's where she finds the ring. And for the ring is on like a pedestal thing. And when the light is like shining right onto it, like a beam of light, to signify the importance of that item in the story.
For the ring, it was an obsidian ring with engravings on it, and so that kind of wasn't that hard to make.
Now once she has the ring, she is trying to figure out what it really means, and she knows that the monument is involved, her father is involved, the council is involved, and she tries to warn the village, but no one really cares or seems to understand, so she sets out on her own and destroy the monument herself, or at least at first figure out what it really is.
For the High Council members, I used tones that weren't earthy to definitely set them apart from the villagers, and stuff like I made them wear a lot of black and some like purplish white, I guess, and they had the obsidian ring, and then they also had I thought it'd be a cool little touch if they had on their belt, if they had the diamond shape of our monument. They like gave them their power basically.
So for the monument scene, we decided that we wanted to go with a red light in the sky because it kind of gave an unnatural feel. Because when she puts on the ring, that's what allows her to see the force field. So I kind of decided that having her in front of the monument and having the red light shine kind of around the monument kind of gives a blocking of the light field. So it kind of is almost like the monument is keeping them away from something out there.
When she first comes in sight with the monument, she puts on the ring and feels this vision and understands what needs to be done, and she tries to go back one more time to warn the villagers what's going on, but they still do not believe her, and at that point she almost doesn't believe herself, but the ring tells her otherwise. In our final sequence, we have Sky go back to the monument for the last time to destroy it.
We're gonna have everything be on fire and Sky standing in front of it, silhouetting her body out, so that it kind of gives a sense of dark accomplishment, freeing her from her past.
Once the monument is destroyed, this whole curse of what it really does kind of unlifts on the villagers, and in our final our final ending, we have the big battle between the villagers and the Elder Council. Once the battle has subsided, we wanted Sky to kind of take over, take the reins, and lead her people to what the world really is, and find out more about themselves and what they need to accomplish now that the curse of hard work for nothing is finally uplifted.